Well, not long after Barbara Bush died earlier this year, Sully, who we've all been introduced to, arrived at the Bush home. A well-trained service dog, Sully has been companion to the former president. And as our Blair Schaefer learned today, the bond between animal and handler can be life-saving. She joins us in the studio.
Andrea, they're just so smart and so instinctive. And as you said, well-trained. The relationship is both professional and personal. Donnie Mott has type 1 diabetes. He's had a service dog to help with this for 7 years. His dog Hawk was trained from birth to recognize how his soon-to-be owner would smell.
Whenever I'd have a low blood sugar, I would do a blood prick and put a little blood on a cotton swab. I'd freeze it in our freezer overnight, and then I'd overnight it to the trainer, and they would use that to train him to my scent.
Hawk has saved his life more than once. One day, his blood sugar dropped and left Mott surrounded by emergency medical technicians. Had it not been for Hawk, things could have taken a tragic turn.
While I had fallen asleep, I had gone into a deep low, and my wife heard Hawk barking from the other room. So she got up out of bed and came and checked, and he had his paws up on the arm of the chair, and he was bouncing off of my arm trying to wake me up.
Service dogs are trained to help people with all sorts of medical needs, like anxiety, stress, or in Austin Marshall's case, vision loss. Marshall says he's been able to interact with people in a new way since gaining his furry friend.
And I was able to walk on this curvy sidewalk and hold a face-to-face conversation with her as I'm walking, and I'd never been able to do that before because I was having to look around and look down to make sure I don't trip or anything like that.
George H.W. Bush's death has brought up speculation and conversations about service dogs. Some people believe his dog Sully never had a genuine relationship with the president because he was only with him for 6 months. But Marshall says his bond with his dog was an instant connection.
I developed a bond with Bentley within a week, you know, and there was a point in our training where we were assessing, you know, switching dogs that it might not have been a good match. And I remember going back to my room and just being devastated because I'm like, they're going to take him away.
The former president's service dog will now move to Walter Reed Medical Center, where he will assist soldiers recovering from injuries.